Well, hey there, guys, and welcome back. On this week's show, we're repairing a cajon. Well, what is a cajon? For those of you who don't know, a cajon is basically a box drum. I have had one for years. I have played the living heck out of it, and it's come time to do some repairs or replace it. I have two choices. So on today's show, we're going to repair it and see how we make out. So let's head over to the bench and I'll show you what I've got in mind for this one. Well, this is my cajon. It's by Granite Percussion. It has seen an awful lot of play, and depending on what part you strike, you get different sounds. Down here at the bottom has more of a bass tone, and up here at the top has more of a snap, like a snare sound up top, and depending on how you play it and how you hit it, you get different percussion sounds. But I have actually worn through on this side and repaired it with epoxy, and I have worn through or just starting to wear through on this side. I've almost punched through, and as well the top is really banged up and worn out. It's time to replace it. So we're going to make a new face for this. So the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove the existing face, and that is just a matter of removing all of the Phillips head screws that are in the face of the cajon. All right, and with that we can remove the plywood front. Now this is just 1/8 inch thick plywood. It's nothing special. And inside we have these removable blocks. One of them has snare springs on it that gives it that snap. The other one has a solid board, and depending on where you have the solid board, it can mute the front end of your cajon to give more of a bass tone. So what I might do is I might add a different snare spring here. I'm not sure, we're gonna see. But the very first thing we need to do is replace this cajon face. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take some careful measurements, and I don't have 1/8 inch thick plywood. I do have 3/16. So we're going to use some red oak 3/16 inch thick plywood. So over at the table saw, we're going to cut a new face out of that 3/16 inch plywood to replace the damaged face on the cajon. Well, the new cajon face is cut, and I have now carefully clamped our old one onto the new one. It's a little tricky at this point because there's worn edges on the existing, so there's not really anything square to check with. This thing has been played for years, and that wood wears over years, so any square edges that there might have been are long gone. So what we're going to do is I want to transfer all of our screw hole locations onto the new cajon face. So with them clamped together here on my outfeed table, I'm just going to carefully mark them all. Okay, and with that done, we can unclamp them. And now, as carefully as we can, we're going to go around to each one of these holes that we've marked, and we're going to center punch it. Once we get that done, we're going to head over to the drill press. Well, over here at the drill press, I have installed an all-in-one pilot bit and countersink in order to drill all of these holes in the front face of the cajon. This one here has a nylon bushing that sets the depth. And if you don't know what that looks like, it looks just like this. So guys, what I've done is I've set the fence to make it so that all of these holes get drilled a uniform distance from the edge of our board. And I'm just going to carry through and drill them all in the new face of our cajon. Well, the original face has rounded corners. And it's very difficult to measure, but I've measured as best I can using our shop-made circle template to try and get some kind of an idea of what the radius is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to err on the side of caution. I'm going to use this circle template, and I'm going to mark a 3/4 inch diameter circle on the corner edge of our soundboard, and then I'm going to take it over to the belt sander and we're going to sand that down. Well, at this point, we're going to place a 1/8 inch round over all the way around over at the router table. Now you just want to be careful here, guys, because this is only 3/16 of an inch thick. It is possible for that bearing to ride up over top of your soundboard and gouge your piece. So just keep an eye on your bearing, make sure that it is actually riding on the edges of your soundboard. At this point now, we can give this thing a sanding, but don't go too crazy. Remember what this is. This is thin ply, and that front face is just a little more than veneer, and it's very easy to wear through it. So just take it easy on the sanding, just get it smooth, and leave it at that. Well, I'm now going to screw this in place and just see how it sounds. I'm a little concerned about the extra thickness of this soundboard, but we'll test it and see what happens. So let's get all of our screws put back in and well, we'll go from there. Well, inside, what gives it the snare snap is these snare springs. And I think I want to add some more to it. But these are a little long, but what I want to do is I'm going to set them in place where I kind of want them, and I'm going to cut the snare springs off. I'm hoping that they're going to angle up and press against the soundboard just so slightly so that they'll give another little extra snap when they hit. So I'm going to cut them, and we're going to try that and see how it works. Okay, so truth be told, I didn't like that extra snare wire in here. It didn't really do anything. So the way that the Cajon works is I like to play mine with a pedal. So the pedal strikes in the middle, which gives kind of a bass sound. And then up here, this is where the snare wires are. And that gives you the kind of snap of the snare. So I think what I would like to do, I think I would like to add a little bit of laser embellishment on here. Now I know that a lot of people don't have laser engravers, and that's fine. If you don't have one, you can always do wood burning if you like. There's always an alternative, or you can just leave it as is. But I'm going to get some laser engraving done on here, and then we need to apply the finish. And the finish is just going to be a satin varnish, guys. And once that is done, we just put the whole thing back together, and hopefully the Cajon will be back to usable ability again. And there you have it. Repairing a Cajon, more specifically replacing the soundboard on a Cajon. Guys, this project is pretty simple. It's a flat piece of board cut to a rectangle, some rounded corners, a little bit of a round over, drill some holes, and that's basically it. We did try to boost our snap of the snare with some extra snare wires, and I didn't like the sound, so I got rid of them. I left it back at its original state. So I'm going to see how this one goes. This soundboard is an extra 1/16 of an inch thicker than what my original is. So I don't know if that's going to affect the sound of it or not. Until I get it into the area that I actually play and give it a whirl, I'm not going to know. I do know that the bass sounds very solid, but the snare isn't as snappy as I would like. And I may do something with that a little later, but for now, at least the front face is repaired and replaced. So why bring this to the show? It's kind of an odd thing, being such a simple project, to bring here to a woodworking channel. Well, for me, I was just going to do it and fix up my Cajon and leave it at that. And then I thought, you know what? There are so many people out there on the internet, millions. Some of them have to have a Cajon. Some of them have to have a need to replace that front piece. So this video has got to be useful to somebody. And I've said it before, if a video that I produce is usable to one viewer, just one, then it was worth producing. I'm not in this to make the money from the show and the advertisements. That helps pay for the show and that helps pay for my hobby. But it's not my main goal. My main goal of the channel and of the videos is to help those of you out there to make projects, get ideas, get inspired, fix things, whatever. And that's what we're doing here today. Sometimes it's not about appealing to the masses. Sometimes it's about fixing something for that little niche group that might need it at some point in time. And that's what this project is. Now, I did get that laser embellishment done, and I do like it. I ended up placing, I think, 4 coats of varnish on this, a satin-based varnish, and it looks great. It has a really nice finish on the front. I don't like things that are too shiny, but that varnish will go a long way to protecting that soundboard and keep it from basically being beat to snot. So it's going to give it a little more rigidity and a little more protection, and that's kind of what we want as well. Now guys, who knows? Down the road this may fail and I may end up making a whole new Cajon. And if I do that, if I do end up making a Cajon, you know I'm going to bring it here to the show. So I'm going to post the links down below to the materials that I used. Truth be told, that front board is nothing more than that red oak plywood that failed on our butterfly scrolling project there a little while back. So it found a new home. Either way, guys, if you have a Cajon and your front soundboard is starting to look a little worn and starting to crack through like what mine was, it's a pretty easy repair, and I hope this video's helped. And guys, I want to thank you so much for tuning in this week. This one is another one of those things where I had to do it. It was a necessity project, and I just thought I'd bring it to the show. So hopefully some of you out there will find it useful. If you haven't already, if you found any part of today's show interesting, fun, entertaining, why not like and subscribe to the channel? We have an incredible audience base here, and I'm hoping that you're going to consider becoming a part of that. Guys, once again, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed the project. I hope you found it useful in some way, shape, or form. I hope you were able to pull something positive away from today's show. But more importantly, I hope you're going to join me again next week when I bring you yet another woodworking video.